welcome to Gymnastics with Joy, the podcast that flips your perspective on gymnastics, where every athlete has a story and we're here to tell it. My name is Joy, and today I am joined by power and poise, a floor flying phenom who electrifies noise, a balance beam boss controlled and composed with polish, precision, and presence imposed. She's the goat of the Yurchenko full, the queen of the flare. She's full of charisma and confidence to spare. I can't believe she's here, but she is. Please welcome the one, the only, Chae Campbell.
Wow. Thank you so much. That
You're
was
welcome.
fantastic. Thank you. I'm happy to be
Yes.
here.
I'm so happy you're here. How are you doing today? How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. Very excited. I always love just like talking all things gymnastics. So,
Yes, yes. Okay.
I'm
Well,
ready for it.
you're in the right place. Well, let's just jump in then, because I am curious. I always ask people this. I want to know what got you into gymnastics, how old you were. Did anyone inspire you to get into gymnastics? What's your story there?
Yeah, so I started gymnastics when I was around 6 years old,
Hmm.
and that basically happened because my aunt taught me how to do my first cartwheel.
Hmm.
And from there, it kind of just like got me on this, I don't know, rampage around the house where I was flipping off of couches. And it got to the point where my mom was very scared for my life. So she decided to start putting me in some classes so that I could flip safely and not hit my head.
Way
Because
to go, mom.
yeah, as a responsible parent would do. So that's pretty much how I got started in the gym, and obviously, like it took off from there. So yeah.
That's amazing. And I mean, I feel like that story, I've heard so much from so many athletes saying, I was breaking things, I was flipping off of couches. My parents were like, okay, well, I have to put her in gymnastics because she's causing a ruckus.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's funny. I also hear that from a lot of gymnasts too. It's just like funny how we all kind of start in a similar way. So yeah.
Yes. When did you realize that gymnastics could be more than just a sport for you? When was college always the goal?
I think I didn't realize that college was going to be the goal until I was 8,
Hmm.
and I was watching the 2010 national championships, and
Great
UCLA won
national
that year.
championships.
I mean, I think so, but I might be biased. Um, I think watching them, I was hooked on what UCLA gymnastics was about. And I'm not even sure at 8 years old I really knew what they were about. I mean, I was 8,
Yeah.
but something about it just I don't know, something about it just really drew me to them. And that's kind of when I knew that that's when I found my purpose in the sport. Like
Yeah.
I wanted to get to that goal. So I made it a mission to eventually get to college and obviously have made that dream happen. So
Yeah. And I can't imagine you anywhere else but UCLA.
honestly, I couldn't either. And I feel like that kind of like as, life started evolving for me in the sport, I kind of realized like, yeah, it's the only place that I can really see myself going.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, floor was always your thing. Well, the Yurchenko full as well, but like floor is it's iconic. Your floor is iconic.
Thank you.
Um, did your identity with being a really great floor worker grow over time, or has it always been there?
Well, I don't think it's any secret now that I really love dancing.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
Yes, okay. So maybe I'll save that. But I think for me, I would always just, I don't know, like I feel like again, when it comes to that 8-year-old, with the 8-year-old that was watching gymnastics and seeing how they perform their routines, and again, like at that time I didn't really understand it, but now that I'm 24, I think back and I think I've always just like had this knack for the artistry in gymnastics. And I
Yeah.
think it's really, really important to
Mhm.
our sport
Mhm.
even in terms of expanding the sport, like beyond just like the gym fans and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
obviously we want to grow the sport to more than what it is. And I mean, it's growing huge now, but
yeah,
on another level, I think gymnastics is a really unique sport where you can have like the very athletic side of it and also the artistic side of it. And I don't think you see that in any other sport.
yeah,
And so being able to kind of pull from what I know I'm good at, and that's performing and the artistry side. And also I know that I can be very athletic and combine those two. I knew that I had something there where I could help just elevate the sport in that way. So, um, and obviously UCLA Gymnastics is the one of the best platforms to do that. And working with BJ, I can go on and on about how great she is to work with. So I think it's just like the perfect culmination of things that helped get me to that point where I could very fortunately bring new eyes to the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like UCLA is so good at that drawing eyes in because
Right.
the floor routines go viral all the time. And people that don't know anything about gymnastics, they know Caitlin Ohashi's floor routine.
Right.
They know Jordan's floor routines. They know
Right.
your floor routines. They know, I mean, they're everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think that's something really special about UCLA that really deserves some respect because y'all really, I mean, Brooklyn Moores, I mean, just so many amazing floor performers.
And I think that's also great because at the same time, like Brooklyn is an amazing performer. She pulls you in,
Hmm.
and it's in a different way that I would be able to pull someone in.
Yeah.
Like it's that touch of like bringing your own style.
Mhm.
Kate and her creepy routines, and
Yep.
now you got these incoming freshmen who are like I'm already seeing the incoming freshmen bring in their own styles and their own ways. It's like it's really nice to just be able to see like your personality come through. And I think
Yeah.
that's what we need more of in the sport as well.
Absolutely. And I've made a post about this before, but I haven't talked about it on my podcast yet. But the thing about it is like artistry can be anything. And I
Right.
hate when we put artistry into a box and say, okay, artistry is only this. Like, no,
Mhm.
baby, artistry is whatever you want it to be. Artistry
Mhm.
comes from in here and then you express it, and that is your artistry. So, like, Brooklyn Moores, she has, she's a queen of artistry, like, but it's hers. It's very much hers. You are a queen of artistry, but it's very much yours. Jordan
Mhm.
Childs, also
Mhm.
another amazing artistic floor worker. So, and like one thing about Kate, you mentioned her creepy routines. This year, her Eminem routine, I love it. So good. And it's cool to see how different athletes use their own artistic expression because it
Mhm.
doesn't, gymnastics, artistic gymnastics does not just have to be, like graceful and elegant and just one thing in one box. That's not all artistry is. Artistry is so many different things.
Nailed it. Exactly.
I'll get off my soapbox, but I could talk about
Right.
that
I know
forever.
we could talk about this for ages.
But yeah, no, it's so important. So I just you obviously just have a love for performance and that resonates with the crowd and the gym fans and non-gym fans because when they see you, they're like, "Oh, she's telling a story," you
Mhm.
know? And I think that is what gets eyes on the sport, like you said.
Yeah, totally.
How did your relationship with gymnastics change as you got older, maybe when you entered the NCAA?
Yeah, I think my relationship with gymnastics, and I think it's like the same but different for gymnasts across the board, but you always go through those like ups and downs of like, should I continue or like is this really worth it? And like you have those moments of doubt. And for me specifically, like being a taller gymnast,
Mhm.
and I kind of always been taller in
How
the
tall are
sport.
you?
I'm 5'7",
Oh,
maybe a little
wow.
over 5'7".
Okay.
Um, that's up for debate. But anyways, besides the point. Um, so I've always been like a taller gymnast, and that was kind of awkward growing up and made things harder for me, especially when I was training in elite. So I've always had like this passion and love for the sport, and I knew that I could never really truly walk away, but you always have those moments of doubt.
Yeah,
And then getting to college, it was just, I mean, like obviously I came in during the COVID year and like
right.
that wasn't, it was different. Like I didn't
Sure.
really do anything different. And I think at the same time, like throughout my journey in college, even though it was kind of like full of ups and downs and like, all these things coming at you, I wouldn't have asked for it any other way because I think just like now being outside of it, I've learned and grown like so much more than I think I ever would if I had this perfect cookie cutter college experience.
Hmm.
So I think that that's like just really beautiful about it. It's just like the people that I met and the people I got to work with every single day. It's just everyone just helped developed me, and I hope that I was able to do the same for my teammates of just like growing together in the sport and, working together for something that's bigger than ourselves. And I think that's always what's so special about college gymnastics is because we grow up in a sport where it's very individual
Mhm.
and you're really only caring about yourself
Yeah.
versus you get to college and it's like, no, how do I obviously take care of myself, but also for the betterment of the team?
Right.
And that was really something that I loved about college gymnastics.
Yeah. It's like you have a rough routine, the next person up, like, Shay, I got your back.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
think that that's so cool. And like it applies to literally anything in life, like I'm already seeing. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, I love the environment of college gymnastics and just what it teaches you and how you can choose to grow in it. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my definitely my favorite part about it.
Yeah, I love that. And you mentioned the COVID year coming into college during that time, which had to be really difficult. So your senior year, you ended up competing 4 floor routines. That different for people who don't know, she had 4 floor routines, different choreography for each, different music for each. And there was a reason behind that. So I would love for you to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't think originally it was supposed to turn into four different floor
That
teams.
was crazy, Shay.
I know. Looking back, I'm
It
like,
was
well,
amazing though.
um, so I think, I mean, this is how I interpret this. I think how that started was it was coming up on senior night, and I really wanted to do my freshman year floor routine because I remember the seniors of my freshman year just like telling me over and over again, Shay, I really, really wish that you had a crowd for this floor routine. I think they would go nuts over it. And I'm like, at the time that didn't really hit. I was like, I mean, well, they're not here, so it's okay. Um, but for some reason I like thought of that moment leading up to senior night. And so I just approached BJ and I was like, BJ, I think it would be really cool if I could bring back that floor routine. I think I don't know, like I feel like it's senior night, why not just do it? So we worked on it and I was like doing it and I was like, wow, this routine's a lot easier than I remember. We've evolved since this routine. But yeah, being able to do that was just really special for me. I think we went from 0 people being in the crowd from watching that to a record-breaking crowd during senior night,
Hmm.
which is just like you can't write this stuff. It's genuinely so amazing. And then the following week was we were competing against Utah, and I found out that we were wearing a Leo that I created for Black Panther, my Black Panther routine, my 4th year. Um, so again, I was like, hey, BJ, I think it'd be really cool if we could just like, turn this into a thing and maybe do my Black Panther routine in the Leo. Um, and again was able to do that, and so it evolved like that, just being able to, it was my last year. I had so many routines that I love and that the fans loved, and I was like, you know what, you might as well just like kind of go all out and just, be able to give a little bit of just nostalgia for the audience and for me too, and have fun with it. It's the last year, don't want to have any regrets. So
Yeah.
very fortunate that I was able to be able to pull off those routines, and thank goodness I was in shape for it because that was an interesting experience, but
I'm
fun.
sure, but you made us fans very happy. We loved it.
I'm glad it was fun to do.
I love that. Well, I wanted you to share that experience because it had to have been wild, but also just super cool to go through all of those routines again.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember the first routine? Like maybe it was a floor routine that you did and you were like, "Oh, this floor routine is Shay. Like this is me."
Hmm. Like in college or just like in
Or
general?
it could be anything. I'm thinking college, but it could have been before
Okay.
that as well.
Um, hmm. I think it has to be, I don't think this will be a surprise, but I think it has to be the Black Panther routine. Just because, I mean, I'm a Marvel fan. He was a big Marvel fan, and that was a routine that I think I've kind of had in the back of my mind that I maybe wanted to do since my sophomore year.
Hmm.
And obviously, like that movie, the first Black Panther movie was just so amazing. And
Iconic.
like just the way it made you feel, like after watching, you just felt
Yeah.
so empowered. And I think it was just crazy. Like I just felt like the world kind of united over that movie. And
Hmm.
like I just felt like that impact was, it really spoke to me. And so, obviously I had it in the back of my mind and I talked to BJ about it a couple of times throughout my time, but when it was the right time to do it my fourth year, it felt right. And so I think that that one just speaks the most to me because it's not just a superhero movie that,
Yeah.
has really cool music. I think it truly does have an impact on people, and it's not just, a cool routine, but it speaks to people, and
Yeah.
it spoke to me too. So yeah, I think that one for sure.
I love that. It's one of my favorite routines you've ever done.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Incredible. So what did this, I want to talk UCLA and the journey of getting there and being there. What did UCLA represent to you before you arrived there? And did that change to something different after you arrived?
I think that it always represented the same. I think for me, what was so special about UCLA was that the legacy that it was built on
Mm.
and the people that really built that program to what it was just, I didn't see that from another school, or at least it wasn't as like, paraded around.
Evident, yeah.
Yeah, as evident. And to me, I think that that's really important. I think it's always important to just know where things stem from, and um, to know why it's important, or to know what you're, doing gymnastics for, or just having your why,
Yeah.
to like just having your why. And for me, I feel like I understood that from a pretty young age. And when I did my first campus visit, obviously you felt the history there. Even having things like the John Wooden Pyramid and just like the tradition there, and so many legends that are not even gymnasts,
Mm.
but so many legends that have come out of the program. It's just you feel that sense of community, and yeah, I don't think it changed as soon as I got there either. It's just I think it was really important for me to be able to find my own way to honor that legacy and do it in my own way.
Yeah, I love hearing that it didn't change for you and that with UCLA, it's like what you see is actually what you get.
Totally,
That's
100%.
that's great to hear because I am a UCLA fan, have been since forever. It's hard to not be. I mean, I was instantly drawn in by the first floor routines I ever saw from UCLA and also beam routines from UCLA.
Yeah,
People talk about UCLA's floor, but UCLA has amazing beam routines too.
yeah,
And
100%.
like Peng Peng Lee doing her flares at the beginning of her routine and her double turn. Like everyone at UCLA, UCLA is just very good at making each routine special and unique for each person and really
Totally.
showing who that athlete is inside and out. And I think that is rare.
Yeah, totally. Like you mentioned Beam, and I immediately went to Denisha Francis,
Hmm.
and like her iconic little dismount
Hmm.
situation, which is like crazy. And
Yeah.
then even like, I mean, Caitlin Ohashi's there too, like
Yeah.
doing her triple series and stuff like that. Like, just taking the risk. It's like you don't have to do all that stuff in college. Like you're
No.
not getting extra points for it, but being willing to just take the risk and like also think about, I think that's also just like we're thinking about who's watching this. Like
Mm.
it's not just about the judges. Like we're trying to grow and grow the sport. So, um, I think that's also just the unique thing. It's like it's more than just the judges. Obviously, we're looking to get the big scores and all that
Sure.
stuff. But if you can do those crazy things and, make it unique to you, do it. Might as well.
Absolutely. What is something special about competing in Poly Pavilion that fans might not realize?
Oh, that fans might not realize. I mean, it's again tradition. I
Yeah.
think it's the history that comes with Poly Pavilion is just. it's not comparable in my mind.
I mean, Olympics were held there,
Right.
you know.
Like, no,
Mary Lou
literally.
Retton won her all-around gold there.
Totally. Yeah. And I think it's just you feel that. It's just it's a big arena. I also think like I mean, fans will know this, but it's just the den, like having the den there, like that's very unique to us and having them learn the choreography and their commitment to that. Like it really is a community at UCLA and it pulls from your family, your friends, your fans. They really are all in it with you.
Mhm.
And I think that that is super unique to UCLA. So, um, there's just nothing that's comparable in
Yeah.
my eyes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mhm.
How did obviously UCLA, one thing I love about UCLA is it's the athletes are all so different, like personalities, and it's just every athlete has their own big personality. And
Mhm.
obviously I'm sure there's some more reserved than others, but what is it like being on a team with big personalities like that? And how does it help shape your confidence as an athlete?
Oh, I think having a team where you have totally different personalities is it's a big opportunity. That's what
Mhm.
I'll say because it could go really poorly
Mhm.
or you can make the choice to make it the best. And I think that that's something we really leaned into
Mhm.
of like how can we learn from each other? Um Jordan, she's the hype woman, like
Yes.
100% energy all the time. Um, I'm someone who's a little bit, like a little bit more quiet. I before my meets, I had to just be in a corner somewhere, and just like take a minute to myself.
Mhm.
But learning that about each other and using that to our benefit, it's like I'll do a little two-step with Jordan before her floor routine and because I know that she needs that energy before she goes.
Mhm.
Um, and then being able to just I don't know like just literally just being able to I think it stretches your mind and your brain to be aware of like how you can still stay authentic to what you need to perform at your best and also be able to incorporate how you can kind of play into how what other people need for them to perform at their best. And it can be a little tricky at sometimes, but I think it's also just like a fun little like challenge and rewarding challenge at the end of the
Yeah.
day too.
Well, it's fun for the us fans to see all of you are so different
Yes,
and see how you
exactly.
each interact with one another and see you support each other with your routines and when you come
Mhm.
off the floor, it's awesome.
Yeah, I
So,
think
sorry,
yeah.
continue.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that I think like that too, just the having the different personalities and like again, it's nice to see that gymnasts are not all the same, like robotic, have to do this and have to smile and all this stuff. Like, no, you can be super hype, you can be super chill, you can be super like crazy and animated and whatever. And we're all still very talented gymnasts and have made it to the peak, one of the peaks of our sports. So I think that's inspiring for girls to see too.
Yes, absolutely. Because you can, and this is one thing I feel like you've done very well, and it's you make a big impact when you're authentic to who you are.
Totally.
And
100%.
that resonates with people.
Yes.
And that makes young girls look at you and be like, oh my gosh, like Chae was herself throughout
Hmm.
all of college. I can do that. I
Yes.
can be myself. I don't have to be something I'm not in order to be successful or in order to be
Totally.
artistic. And you've really, I mean, you were a prime example of that.
Thank you. Yeah. Every piece is perfect for the puzzle, so just have to make it
Absolutely.
work.
So I want to talk Big Ten championships.
Yeah. Let's talk about
Because
it.
let's talk about it because that was such an iconic meet for you. You won the all around and you were competing against, I mean, just amazing athletes.
Yeah.
And you are an incredible athlete. And to see you win that all around, I was so hyped. I was so hyped. And
Thank you.
I just wanted to talk about that because did you go into the meet being like, you know what, this is a goal for me? Was it something that just happened organically?
It happened organically, I say, because again, I'm never really worried about what the results are for me personally. I'm always just working on myself and
Mhm.
my gymnastics to help the team.
Yeah,
And so whatever happens as an individual, as in terms of awards and stuff, happens. So that definitely happened organically. And I think that was one of those meets where I was like really in my bag.
you were.
Like, um, so, and yeah, I mean, competing against so many amazing, talented gymnasts. So it's just an honor every time to even be in that space and like be able to compete against these amazing gymnasts. And so, um, and what I love about that meet too is just like how supportive and like I mean, it was our first year in the Big Ten, so
Mhm.
like you don't really know as many people, or like you're just getting to know the teams that you're competing with. And it's just like it felt so nice, just like everyone's so supportive and so sweet, and it really felt like a big, just Big Ten family.
Yeah.
And that's what I think that means just so memorable, just because it just, I was proud of just like everyone. Like Michigan State's a great team, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just happy to see them like really growing as a program. Like it's so amazing. And then, us, we had a really great meet as a team, like not
Yeah.
even just me, but like Brooklyn got her 10, Sienna got her 10,
Uh-huh.
Georgia got her 10. Like it was such a like one of those meets that you just want to keep replaying in your
And
head.
I do. And I
Yeah.
do. I watch it over and over
Yeah.
again.
I love that.
I'm a big gymnastics nerd. I say this on my podcast. Like I people have their emotional support like TV shows. I
Hmm.
have my emotional support gymnastics meets,
Yeah.
and Big Ten Championships 2025 is one of those meets.
Understandably so. It was such a high for us
It
for sure.
was. And we got to talk about the Yurchenko full because you're the queen of it. And in my opinion, and I think everyone else in the world agrees, that every time you stuck it, it should have been a 995 because you're just like, wait, there's no deduction. But talk about how that came along because has it always been your vault? Did it come naturally to you because your flair, all of it is so iconic?
Yeah, I don't know. Like obviously, I mean, for the people that like are true gym fans, they know that I've attempted other vaults and that didn't
Right.
go as well. And I think part of that, not to get like super technical, but it's just like how I block. It
Hmm.
always worked for like a double full slash full.
Hmm.
Like I did a double full in elite.
Right.
Um, so my block just works for like a full, double full, like that kind of vault. And I think like after my freshman year, I took the off season to really figure out how I can maximize getting a 995
Yeah.
because I wasn't going to be able to get a 10,
Hmm.
but I still wanted to, get the most out of it. So I just really like honed in on like what it would take to you know, get a perfect full,
Hmm.
and it worked. I
Yeah.
think it worked, and you know, thankful for that. And it was always like so. I don't know, like doing it when you hit your jingle full just right, it is the most satisfying thing. Um,
I can only
so
imagine.
yeah, so um, yeah, I think just being able to perfect that ball ever since was just it was it was kind of just like autopilot at some point. Like at some
Yeah.
point, I couldn't even tell you what. It's just I
Yeah.
just feel
I mean, it
it.
was copy paste almost every time.
Yeah, I genuinely couldn't even tell you towards the end there. Just yeah, autopilot, and it was great every time.
It
But
was.
scores are scores.
Yeah.
That's part of the sport. But you know, always just trying to do the best for my team.
But even still, like you would get like a 9925, a 99. Like
Yeah,
people need to understand, like those are huge scores for your Chenko
totally.
full. Like
Yes.
for people who don't know, a Yurchenko full starts from a 995. It does not start from a 10. So that's why she's saying she couldn't get a 10 on it.
Right.
So, but she got her 995s. She got
Yes.
9925s. She got
Mhm.
99s. I mean, those are huge, gigantic scores for your Yurchenko full, which is why you went toward the end of the lineup, which is also rare for your Yurchenko full. Usually you see a full going toward the beginning of a lineup, but yours is so strong and scores so high that it went toward the end.
Yes.
I could watch it all day. So good.
Thank you.
So, so
I
good.
appreciate that.
And then you also, one thing about you that I think does not get enough credit for is you were so solid as a leadoff on bars.
Well,
Like,
thank you.
yeah, like you hit most of the time, like really and truly. And that double front, man, you could stick it so consistently. And that's a really hard dismount. People need to understand. Like that is a hard dismount to stick. You
Mhm.
like can't see the ground until it's right there on your feet.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, kudos to you for that because you were bars lead off, and so you didn't always get the highest scores, but like you were so consistent in what the team needed.
Thank you. That really means a lot, I must say. Like,
True. I
yeah,
I, I love I think you are a phenomenal bar swinger.
thank
You have a
you.
really nice swing. And while, a lot of people associate you with floor and vault, you are truly an all-arounder. And that's why I was so happy for you at Big Tens because I was like, yes, yes, she is the all-around champion, period, point blank. Like,
Thank you. That really means a lot. I appreciate that.
yes.
Bars and I had some ups and downs growing up, so getting to that point was a peak for me too.
Yeah, well, I as a UCLA fan, I was always very like calm with you going up on bars. I was like, yeah, she's got this. Like,
Thank you.
yeah, of course.
Appreciate that.
What's a moment with a teammate that you think back on, like maybe a memory that you really look back on and smile at or think like, oh man, I love that memory with them.
What's coming to mind right now is just any moment that we were able to spend outside of the gym
Mm,
with, like, I mean, whether that's just getting, I don't know, lunch or brunch with some of my teammates, or like we would do bonfires. We went to Palm Springs
ooh.
last year. Yeah. And, got to just celebrate the year that we had. Um, I think those moments always stick with me the most. I truly just love and appreciate the teammates that I had throughout my college career because, like, oh, and another moment that's, sorry, I just jumped, but
Oh, you're fine.
another moment that I remember is just like my freshman year and the seniors that year, like having Nia and Kenny and P, Paulina Trotz. They were, it was obviously just like a weird year, and like having them like as our guides
Mhm.
just throughout this weird time that they weren't even sure about, like they don't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
Um, they were just so like kind to us, and I took a lot of that leadership that they showed me in a little bit of throughout my college career. So it's just like those family moments because you spend so much time with each other, and like being able to just get to know people outside of that, and spending those little things always mean the most. So,
Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful. How did UCLA prepare you for life outside of gymnastics?
oh, it prepared me pretty well, I'd say. Um, I think like you always hear like towards the end of your gymnastics career, like if, I heard from like alumni, it's gonna, feel different. It's gonna, I don't know, it's gonna be a different experience, and
Mhm.
you don't truly understand that until you're actually in it.
Yeah.
Um, but I think like it's been, if not, it's been pretty good. Like obviously it has like its ups and downs in a way, but at the same time, I'm really just enjoying just being able to explore different things
Mhm.
and also stay connected to gymnastics, and being able to help inspire the next generation, and staying connected in that way, but also, there's a life outside of gymnastics, and being able to explore what that looks like is um really cool and kind of scary, but also just like I enjoy just like I enjoy at times just not knowing and just
Yeah.
being okay with that.
Yeah,
Um,
I love that.
yeah,
I want to talk dance because obviously that's a
let's talk
passion
about
of
it.
yours.
Yeah.
Your floor routines have always felt intentional.
Yes.
And I know that you worked heavily with BJ, your choreographer at UCLA, also coach. Tiana talked about working with her and how incredible of an experience that is. So I would like to hear how your experience was working with BJ. Was it a collaborative effort? And like I said, your dance always felt intentional. So how did you approach choreography?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yes. I think we can all think we can like everyone you talk to can tell you that BJ is one of the best people to work with just in general. She's truly amazing just with her background in dance
Mm,
and her bringing being able to bridge that with gymnasts who come from all different kinds of dance experience. Some
right.
are more experienced than others, and others are so uncomfortable with dance. But she's able to pull something out of each person that makes their routine unique.
Hmm.
Um, Now specifically with how BJ and I worked, we would we would definitely it's definitely collaborative. It was definitely very collaborative. And we would get so like methodical about like how things were gonna look. Like obviously like BJ is such a genius in like her vision of things and um then I was very grateful that she trusted me to kind of be able to start turning my own wheels and like she was very encouraging of like what do you think about this or like how do you think we can integrate this music better or like what move looks good here, like she was always good at like fostering and like seeing that ability in me to like be creative and foster that a little bit. So it was always just like a really fun time of just like playing around with different things, seeing what kind of happens. A lot of times we were just like sitting, sometimes we would just sit and talk and,
Hmm.
watch a YouTube video or something and, be like, oh, that'd be cool to kind of make our own and stuff like that. Um, or we just like freestyle for a little bit and see what kind of stuck with us. Like it was just like such a fun process, I would say, and like definitely something that I miss for sure. Um, because I think like again, I think when BJ is really good at understanding like what comes naturally, it's just kind of that speaks to who you are. So when she sees what you're doing naturally, she's able to make that into some masterpiece.
I think she's a genius, actually.
I genuinely think that she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just facts at this point.
I mean, I think so too. But yeah, I really appreciate how she's able to work with different people because I don't think people understand like it's not easy at all what she does to be able to pull like these amazing routines out of people with all different kinds of backgrounds and comfortability and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So
And they all express who that person is,
totally,
and that is
100%.
so rare to find
Yes.
someone that's able to do that with every
Yeah, 100%. And like
incredible.
yeah. And yeah, I mean, people think that, um, I mean, even for me, like, I mean, yes, I've always loved dancing and I grew up like learning dances off of YouTube and teaching my teammates how to do it.
Mhm.
Um, so shout out them for I made them dance. Um, but even like getting to college, like BJ expanded my, like, I had this one version of how I thought I could dance, and she totally took that and, and made it even bigger than what I even thought for myself. So
Yeah,
even for me, she pulled stuff out of me too. So yeah.
that's great. Oh, what's your favorite style of dance to incorporate?
In a floor team,
Hmm.
mm, I think my go-to is hip hop. Um, and yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah, hip hop.
Hip hop. Yeah,
That's
I
the
mean,
style that I
you
train the most in.
you got your Missy Elliott floor routine, which
Yeah.
iconic. Love that floor routine.
Thank you.
I absolutely I love hip hop and floor routines. I think it's so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And again, like we could go on and on about BJ, but I think like again, like her experience and like what she envisions or sees and like what she sees in a floor routine is like far beyond what I could imagine. So,
Yeah,
her putting her touch on that floor routine was really cool and
it was
fun.
iconic.
Yes, thank you.
But all of your floor routines were iconic.
Appreciate it.
How do you feel? Like, what does it feel like once that music starts and you hear the crowd reacting? Can you put that into words?
I wish I could. I mean,
Mhm.
like, I think like what's so special? It's just like, I don't know. It's always nice when like you put so much work into something and preseason is always like tough and challenging in so many ways and you put so much thought. In addition, you're putting so much work into like your artistic ability to really make these routines come to life. And when it's all said and done, you're saluting and you're in your position getting ready and that first beat comes on and the crowd's already going nuts. Like um, it's just it's amazing. Like I just think it's nothing that can really
Be put into words.
truly, I just
Yeah.
it's cool. Like I just again, like it's for the experience and that's what we want. That's what UCLA Gymnastics wants is for everything to feel an experience immersive and we want the crowd to feel like they're a part of it. And so when you feel like you've accomplished that, it's rewarding.
Yeah. And so you're dancing now. You make all these
Mhm.
TikToks dancing. Are you dancing professionally? Is that the goal?
That is definitely a goal of mine to start getting into that field, and I've really just I've been enjoying just like perfecting my craft even in that space of just learning TikTok dances and that kind of stuff. But yes, I do train and dance, and I am hoping to start some kind of career in that as well. So we'll see what happens. I do a whole bunch of stuff in entertainment space, so the world is my oyster.
Yes, it is, truly. It is.
Yes.
What is your favorite thing about dance and expressing movement with your body?
I think my favorite thing about dance is that sometimes I don't know how to put what I feel into words, but I can put it
Mm,
into my movement.
mm,
And I think that that's really relieving because I can feel frustrated sometimes if I can't necessarily put how I feel into words. But in a dance I can, and I've heard that a lot from other like creatives and like dancers or even just any kind of creative.
mhm,
But I truly think like once you have like a niche in some kind of like art, and I think that everyone's artistic in their own way.
mhm.
Once you are able to find that for yourself, I think um being able to release how you feel and like in that space is it's something that you really can't explain in a way that like people will understand
Yeah.
until you experience it yourself. So I truly do appreciate dance in a way that like, I mean, I would dance all the time in college when I was like, during the stressful days or days that I wasn't feeling 100%. Like I would just dance and that felt relieving to me and I was back on track. So,
Yeah. It's an
yeah,
outlet for you too.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's a healthy thing because we all have to find our way to feel our feelings
Hmm.
and if that means talking about it and putting it into words, great, or writing it
Hmm.
down, great. But for you, it sounds like putting it in your body is what helps you, and I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about beauty and style and things like that because I'm so curious. You always look amazing. Like the
Thank you.
hair, the makeup, the outfit, always amazing. So, how has your style changed and evolved over time, would you say? Be it with the way you do your makeup or your fashion?
Yeah. And I think that actually, I think, kind of circles back to being on a team with so many diverse people.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of things that I've learned about like what I like in terms of fashion, what I like in terms of makeup, I learned from my teammates, actually.
Hmm.
In terms of makeup, Sarah Julius, she is brilliant at makeup.
Ooh.
And she taught me like a bunch of different techniques that I kind of still stick with.
Hmm.
Um, and she would introduce me to products and all this stuff. So like a lot of my makeup is inspired by just Yuli, as I call her.
Hmm.
And then my fashion sense, I mean, being in LA, there's just so many different people with different styles, and you kind of like, streetwear is very popular here, and I think I pulled just inspiration just being in an area where you're able to express what you like through your clothes.
Yeah.
I think that's also something that post gymnastics, I've been able to kind of dive into a little bit more, just like, play around a little bit more and not just be stuck in athletic wear all the time.
Right, right.
So I think I just pull from literally just like anything around me.
Yeah.
And I think that applies to not just like, Rita and her cultural background. Like she's taught me how to make tamales. Like we've had
I
tamale night.
love Frida.
And she's the best.
I don't even know her, but I love her.
And if you did know her, you would love her.
I have no doubt.
Like she's the literal best. Like it just she's so down to earth, down for anything. Like one of my very best friends, obviously, just you know, uh, again, like could go on and on, but
Mhm.
yeah, she's the greatest. And
And talk about a bar swinger.
a bar swinger, I mean, let's talk
Mm.
about her performance playing the national
Playing the
anthem.
national anthem, I
Let's talk about
know.
that. Like
In unreal.
genuinely couldn't like and she had just learned guitar like maybe a year ago. Like not even kidding. Like I literally told her, I was like I was like, Rita, you have to just do something with this. Like you're
Yeah.
so the way she just picks up things and she's so handy. Yeah. Um, she's great.
Shout
Love
out
her.
to Frida Esparza.
Shout out to Frida Esparza. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, I could go on and on of just like what
Yeah.
I've learned from my teammates, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good point to make is that, being around so many different people and big personalities and things like that, you take kind of a piece from everybody and
Yeah.
not in a copying way, but like in an
Yeah.
inspirational way.
Totally.
I think that's great. Okay,
Yes.
let's talk movies and music and culture because I know you're a Marvel girly. So, what are your favorite Marvel movies?
Um, my favorite Marvel movies. I'm very like OG Marvel,
Hmm.
so I'm sticking to like the older stuff.
Hmm.
Obviously, love Black Panther, one of
Love.
my faves. I love Iron Man.
Me too.
Iron Man, it's, yeah, that's
It's
my
the
guy.
original. It's the OG. Like it
It's
started
what
it
got it
all.
started. Like, and so yeah, love Iron Man. And then I recently like really loved Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
I
one.
think yeah, I think those are right now the top, but those can I mean Black Panther, Iron Man never usually change. That third one's kind of always iffy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would say
that's
mine are Black Panther, Iron Man, and Endgame, actually.
really see, I love Endgame, but unfortunately I can't watch it. It's too much. Like
It is a lot. But like I am the kind of girl where like sometimes I just want to sit down and have a good cry. And so I put on
per
Endgame and then, I get to watch Tony Stark and I get to watch Pepper Potts come over at the end and
yes.
sometimes
Yes.
I just need a good cry, so I put it on.
Then yes, perfect. Perfect for that. Absolutely.
Okay, what music is always on your playlist?
Oh, right now I've been listening a lot to Tate McRae.
Love.
Um, love Tate McRae. Went to her concert recently.
Oh,
Loved it. So fun.
she's a great
So
dancer
fun.
too.
I mean, what can I say? Um, so listen to a lot of Tate. What else do I listen to? Kaylani's on there. I
Love.
listen to Mariah the Scientist.
Love.
Who else? I also listen to a lot of like indie artists too.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of like I don't really stick to one genre at all. Like I kind of will move fluidly just however I feel. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, I think that's what's coming to mind right now. So yeah.
Yeah. No, those are great ones.
Yeah.
What kind of music or artist gets you competition ready? Like when you're getting ready, you're doing your makeup, your hair, putting on the Leo. What do you listen to?
Ooh. I'll probably listen to some kind of like, or I was probably listening to some like Afro beats, probably like again, anything that would kind of get me like loose and like moving.
Yeah.
I would be listening to that. Probably hit It's Okay, I'm Okay one time,
Mhm.
just like go through that before I go. But again, it would honestly just vary. I'm
Yeah.
not like, superstitious or anything.
Mhm.
So whatever would just get me like out of my mind and just like loose, because that's when I performed at my best.
Obviously, you love dance. We've talked about that.
Mhm.
What are some of your artists that you love to dance to?
Ooh. I mean, again, like not to be boring, but I just like I don't it's literally anyone. Like
You're like, I'll move my
um
body to any kind of music.
yeah, honestly, like I mean, if you saw any competition, you saw me literally dance. I will dance to anything. I have dance has no limit to me. So I would, I mean, my favorite artist, I don't know. I guess Tate. Like, I guess Tate. Sure. Like, but yeah, I don't think they're really, I think it's whatever, just like it's the common like the art, the dance makes the music, in my opinion. Like I mean, let's even like Tate McRae, like everyone's doing the dances to that stuff and it like elevates the performance of
Yeah.
it. So like I think it's always just the choreo that kind of helps elevate what I like dancing to or the
Yeah.
artist that I like dancing to.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's great. And I think, that shows that you really are like a true artist because you're like, I can dance to anything, anytime, any place.
It's like, yeah, put me in a dance circle, I'll dance to whatever. But like
I love
yeah.
it. Okay, let's talk life outside of gymnastics because obviously you are retired from gymnastics, you graduated from UCLA, and now you're working on your dance journey, as we talked about. So, what surprised you most about life after gym? And then what kind of was expected that happened?
What surprised me most is that I didn't realize how much effort I would have to put into like my workout routines.
Mm,
I was like staying in shape. I was like, I think I kind of forgot that like that was kind of handed to me in college of like
yeah.
having a workout already planned out for me.
Hmm.
And like I would just do it. And so like post college, I'm like, wow, I was like, oh, I gotta actually like think about this a little bit more of like,
Hmm.
what do I want to work on today? And like sometimes I don't even really want to work out. Um, so finding that kind of balance of how I'm gonna get into this new workout groove when I don't have that structure
Hmm.
has been surprising, or something I just didn't realize I would have to think about. What wasn't surprising to me was just figuring out how I spend my days.
Hmm.
And, again, I've said I've always been interested in the entertainment space, whether that's in front of the camera, behind the camera. And fortunately, I am in a position where I work behind the camera. I also work in front of the camera. So, just exploring all different kind of avenues in the entertainment space has been really cool, and I've been very fortunate. Um, so I'm happy about that. And then, just seeing where life takes me. I think being in college, you kind of knew what your day was going to look like. You knew you're going to go to practice, go to weights, go to school, study, repeat. Um, and now I'm in a place where I can kind of create my own schedule and figuring out what that looks like, and still staying involved in gymnastics. I'm really excited about some projects in
Ooh.
gymnastic space as well. Um, so yeah, just like, just making the most out of this and taking any opportunity and, hopefully still creating places where I can be impactful in a positive way.
Yeah. Well, you've always been impactful in a positive way, and I know you'll continue to do so.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes. What are you most proud of that isn't about your gymnastics career that is not scores or routines?
Mm. What am I most proud of outside of that? I think it's just the person that I've become.
Mm,
Like genuinely, like I think after the 5 years of college, again, like not what I envisioned for my college career, but I think I'm just really, I'm happy with just not ever changing my heart and, my love for the sport.
mhm.
And my love for the people around me and like how I care about people and like all that stuff. I think I'm really happy that, I still have those feelings and, nothing that grounded me in who Chae is changed.
Period.
So I think that for sure is what I'm most proud of.
No, that's beautiful. And I that's one reason why I wanted to have you on the podcast is because this podcast is I'm very passionate about bringing positivity and kindness into the sport of gymnastics,
Mm.
because it's historically very scrutinized and
Mm.
put under a microscope. And at the end of the day, you're all human beings. Like
Totally.
you're athletes, you're high level athletes, but you're human beings first. And that's why I wanted to start this podcast is because I'm like, I want to get to know these people as humans and I want to show that side of them. I want to tell those stories because yes,
Yeah.
I want to talk gym, but like your impact goes far beyond gymnastics, your the way that you have authentically carried yourself all through college and it's always shown up in your gymnastics and off the mat. And I didn't know you, personally before this conversation, but I was
Yeah.
like, I have to get Shay on because I knew that you're an amazing athlete, but it seemed as though you were also an incredible human, which is most important. And that's why I was like, yeah, I have to hear what she has to say. And so I think just you saying that, it kind of confirms that for me. It's something that I'm passionate about, and it seems like you are as well.
Yeah. And truly, like, that's really sweet of you to say. Like, and I really do appreciate that. Again, it's never like, it's always like cool just to, be yourself and be seen. And
Yeah,
uh, I think just what you said of just like the start of this podcast and like really seeing the human is really important just for the people coming up in the sport and even people who are in college, just like always honing in, like we hear it all the time that you're more than just a gymnast, but always just honing it in that like, no, there truly is someone behind the athlete, and that person who you are behind the athlete is way more important than a score that you'll ever get. It's way
absolutely.
bigger than a 10.
Hmm.
Um,
It is, yeah.
so yeah.
How do you define confidence today? What does confidence look like for you?
I mean, there's different ways I could say it, but I think confidence to me today is ownership. Like,
Mm,
I think there's just in a world that's like so filled with just these social media, and there's just so many people telling you what you should do, what you can't do, all this stuff. Like, it's it gets harder and harder. I mean, social media is great in the
yeah.
way that you're able to just, have a platform and expand your network in that way. And also still realizing that who you are is what attracts people to you and owning that,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Hmm.
And that can sometimes be hard. That can be hard in this day and age. So anytime that like people are able to really own just who they are and own, what they're into, like, whatever it is, I just think that to me is like really great to see and always great to see in this day and age. It's just you can tell when people are just really able to own who they are.
Yeah. And that's why we connect to you because you've always done that. And it's inspiring to us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, these are the final questions that I ask every guest that comes on the show.
Okay.
It's kind of rapid fire, but don't feel like you have to answer rapid fire. Take your time, no pressure. It's
Okay.
it's it's just for funsies. But okay, what is your favorite word?
My favorite word.
Mhm.
My favorite word, period. I say that all the time.
I do too. I love it. I love it. What is your least favorite word?
Can't.
Yes. Okay, what is a gym sound or noise that you love that's like ASMR to your ears?
The sound of the beam when you do a series.
Period.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yep.
What gym sound or noise do you hate?
Uh, Chalk scraping. um can't. It makes my
Mm,
skin crawl.
yeah, no, so bad. Okay, what brings you to life creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Ooh, that's a really good question. What brings me to life? Oh, what brings me to life? I think quiet time. Before the start of the day, I try to always have quiet time
Yeah.
and reflect, journal, stuff like that. Just
Mhm.
ground myself.
Yeah, no, that's important.
Yeah.
Okay. Say there's an athlete, a gymnast, who does a skill really, really well. Doesn't have to be named after them. Could be elite, could be in NCAA, but what skill would you want to steal and replicate, and whose would it be and why?
Oh, I think I would want to take Gabby Douglas's Ray.
Oh, so good.
That's sticking out to me for some reason. So I
Because
think
she
I'm
flew
gonna
so high.
right. I'm just like now I'm a power gymnast, but I could really never figure it out on bars, so I would want that. Like, how did you do that?
Yes,
Like,
yes,
yeah.
like she was so high above the bar every
Yeah.
time, and it was so consistent, and she caught it so consistently.
Right.
It was
I
just,
the physics of it is impressive. So yeah, I would take that one.
yeah, no, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite guilty pleasure show?
Ooh, my favorite guilty pleasure show. Um, I don't really watch like too much,
Yeah.
but if I just need something on for like background noise, it has to
Mhm.
be something that I've seen like 1,000 times. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Dance Moms.
Dance Moms.
I'm gonna go with Dance Moms.
I love
I know
it.
that show inside and out. So yeah.
Then that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my favorite question to ask my guests.
Mm.
Who is on your gymnastics Mount Rushmore? Top four all time.
Oh, this question's always so hard.
I
Okay.
know, but we want to hear it.
I know. I know the people want to hear it. Okay. Um, okay. Obviously, I have to go Simone Biles.
Hmm.
I have
Duh.
to go Simone Biles. Um, then I gotta say, I think I'm gonna say Sean Johnson's on there.
Period. She's on mine too.
Yeah, I gotta say Sean Johnson. And then let's see, Gabby, because she's nostalgic for me.
Yeah. And such a pioneer and just iconic.
Such a
And she has
pioneer.
three Olympic gold medals. Like,
Right.
put some
Hello.
respect on her name.
Right. And heard. And my fourth, I'm gonna go with Alia Raisman.
I love that answer.
Yeah,
I love Aly Raisman, one of the
she's
best floor
great.
workers of all time.
Right. Totally. That pass
First
that she,
pass,
yeah, what? Like,
she took one step and then did her
yeah,
one and a half into a double Arabian, into a front layout.
literally insane.
How do you
So,
fit that all in?
right.
It's just
So,
rude. It's rude.
yeah, it's rude. Yeah, there's so many amazing. That's
Oh,
always a hard question.
I know it is a hard question. It's hard for me too. And sometimes you ask me like a different day and it'll be different, but like
Totally.
Simone is always on there, of course, and Sean Johnson is always on there for me too.
Yeah.
Like
Just yeah.
so good, so good. Okay. If you were reincarnated as an animal, what animal would you be?
Hmm. Hmm. Definitely, I'd have to say like I kind of so like the competitor in me wants to say um like a tiger.
Hmm.
And then like the fun, silly side of me wants to say a dolphin.
A dolphin. Well, they do flips.
Yeah. So one of those two.
I love that's such a vast difference.
Right. I
But
know. Like
let it be known there are two animals within Chae Campbell, a
right.
tiger and a dolphin.
Right.
But dolphins are like the smartest animals ever.
Right.
They're
And
really good
they're so
moving their
cute.
bodies. They're so cute. They love
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Yeah,
So yeah. Like
great.
very different, but yeah.
I think that's great. I thought you were gonna say a Black Panther.
I was thinking it and I was like, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's too on the nose.
Yeah, no,
Like
I understand. Okay, last question. And I think I always say this every episode. I think it's an important one. Looking back, what would young Shay be most proud of right now?
Oh, she would be most proud of just the fact that there's a lot of people that will tell you that you can't do something and you still did it anyways, and
Mm,
you created your own path to success. It wasn't the one path that people were telling you to
mm,
go. And by you making that choice, you created something that I think you didn't even think was possible.
yeah.
So definitely that.
That's beautiful. And, I was talking to Tiana about this. I talked to Joss about this, but like making our inner child proud is the most important thing, in my opinion.
100%.
Like,
100%.
it doesn't matter what the noise says, it doesn't matter what the pressure, the expectations, doesn't matter what social media says. Like, just making little girl Joy and little girl Shay proud is what is most important at the end of the day. So that's why I like to end on that question.
Yeah, I think that's a great one to end on for sure.
Well, thank you so much for coming on my podcast, Gymnastics with Joy.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. This was a blast.
Yay! I'm glad you enjoyed it. But you are such an icon in the sport of gymnastics. I don't even know how to begin to explain it to you, but the way that you, like I said, have carried yourself so authentically to who you are, all of the years that you were in the NCAA, it has moved people, it has made an impact, and I know that whatever you do in your life, it's gonna make an impact as well. So,
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And it's an honor to be on this podcast. You are such a great interviewer. So
oh,
thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity.
Of course. Well, I hope you have a good day. I hope you get to dance today.
Of course.
And I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Tumbling, tumbling away. Oh, we keep tumbling, tumbling